You're gonna ask yourself, is Dollar Tree in the house with us right now? And yes, yes it is in the gingerbread house, and you're not gonna wanna miss this video. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Araceli and this is aracelichanyt DIY, where I do a little bit of everything, whether it's home decor DIYs, hacks, but always on a budget. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for tuning in. I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, because I have some pretty cool videos planned out and you're not going to want to miss them. But for right now, let's go ahead and jump right in. So you're going to want a pack of bamboo skewers from Dollar Tree. These are the very long ones. You're going to be measuring around your door frame. So for example, on mine, I'm going to need 3 for the sides. So I have 1, 2, 3, and then I have 2 for the top. And then I'll do another 3 on the opposite side. For the top corners, you're going to want to zip tie like crisscross, and then you're going to be able to stand it up. I want it to not be as flimsy, double it up or use something else, but this is what I'm going with. I have a bunch of these wooden snowflake decor pieces from last year and this year, and each of these strands comes with 4. And there's different shapes. So I have this one that's a little bit more rounded and this one that's a little bit more, oh, that one's broken. That's a little bit more straight. So I will let you guys know how many pieces I'm gonna need. So for my colors, I'll use the white from Apple Barrel, and then I have scarlet, deep green, and light green, which is like a Grinch green from Dollar Tree. And then to that, I'll also add some glitter. It'll be gold and silver. So it stands up like, I mean, it's not going to stand up. It's nice and flimsy, but the point of the skewers were to create a frame for it. You can add garland to the back if you'd like, or you can hang it up just like that. I got a little lazy and didn't paint the skewers, but I think it looks great. You can't even really see them. You can add lights, you can add garland, you can even hang little ornaments from it. I think this is super cool. I'm going to be taking some Walmart foam board, and these were 50 cents each. At Dollar Tree, of course, it's going to be $1.25. The size of this is 20 by 30. I'm going to mark the halfway point here. So at 10 inches, I'm going to put a little mark. And then here on the sides, we'll go ahead and mark the 12-inch mark. And so I'm going to place it where those 2 dots align. let's go ahead and add some more hot glue on the inside crease to give it a little more reinforcement. All right, so I'm gonna take this Dollar Tree window decor and I'm gonna use it as a stencil. I'm gonna cut out some windows and then I'm also gonna trace out a door. And then with an X-Acto knife, I'm gonna cut out the windows. This is what it looks like once my pieces are cut. These are about 6 inches wide, so I got the sides, the bottom. I'm also gonna make the top as the roof. It's gonna be a little bit longer and wider. All right, so I cut the roof. And I did go the 20 inches, but then I took about 1.5 inches off. And then I'm also going about 7.5 inches wide. That way it overlaps a little bit. So I'm going to take a really good amount of this acrylic paint from Dollar Tree. This is in deep brown. And then I'm also going to mix some silver glitter inside of it. And you're going to take a good amount of the... Add a little bit of water in it also. Also going to add a little bit of gold glitter as well to see if that comes through a little bit more. You know what I like about this acrylic paint too is that it dries fairly quickly. It's not bubbling up, it's not peeling the paper over the foam. Okay, I'm really hoping I don't mess this up. So I'm going to use some all-purpose caulk from Dollar Tree, and then I'm going to use my caulk gun. And I also actually have this frosting kit from Dollar Tree. I was going to try to transfer the caulk into here, but I think I'm just going to take the tip and then glue it to this tip. That way I can get the design I need. Worst case scenario, I'll have to paint it, but we'll see how this works. I got it during Valentine's Day, and it does have several different tips. I did in fact F it up a little bit. So I was trying to do the little shingles and then it all went haywire. And then I tried to wipe it off and then I made a big old mess. So then I thought, okay, I'll just rub it in and make it textured snow, but it looks awful. So instead what I'm going to do is take some of this Dollar Tree like snow. I'm taking this off. I would 100% rather use paint than that. It doesn't really match. It's all puffy. I don't like it. So took it off and then I guess I'll figure out what I'm going to do after. So I'm going to use some of this Dollar Tree pom-pom trim. I'm going to take this really pretty fabric that I found at Dollar Tree and I'm going to wrap it around the noodle. So just cut enough to go over and just inside. I don't want it too bulky in here because I don't want it to stick out too much, and literally just hot glue it together. Okay, this is definitely going to work a lot better if you have like thin ribbon. This is the only one I have right now. No problem though. What I'm going to do is take a big strip of it and then I'm going to fold it in half.
Merry Christmas, baby. Reindeer's coming out to play. Santa Claus is packing the presents making sure you've been behaving okay. Merry Christmas, honey. Yeah. The snowman's dusting off his hat, putting on the show for everybody, to give them a smile that lasts another year. There's something that happens when sleigh.
Now if you just leave one little light out here, it'll hold it from falling in all the way.
When December is, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh, yeah. There's room at the table for big and for small. All the fire is popping.
And you already know, if you like the shorter version videos and the reels, you guys got to make sure to follow me on my socials at aracelichanyt DIY.
Chestnuts are cracking, yeah. Merry Christmas, baby.
So I bought a total of 4 of the egg-shaped wreath forms. I thought these were the perfect shape to try to create the limbs. And then I have the round one for the head. I don't know what I got this one for. I'm gonna set that one down. And then I got 2 cross-shaped ones also. 2 cross wreath forms, and I'm gonna just put them like right into the top of the head, and I'm gonna crisscross them a little bit. So they're not gonna be straight, they're gonna be at an angle. And with the egg-shaped forms, you're gonna create the limbs, so the arms and the legs. Now, you can see that this has 4 rings on it. I'm gonna take the very last one off to make it a little bit slimmer, and then you can actually just, you can try to reshape the wreath form by like pulling it in. So then you pull it in, and then at the end, you're gonna wanna try to flatten it as much as you can, if you can. One arm up, and then one arm down. So the other one will go down here, the legs will go here. And the extra piece of wire that I'm taking from here, I'm going to create like the leg. So once I start attaching all of these together with zip ties, then I'll attach this one right here. Now, if you head to the automotive section at Dollar Tree, you're gonna find a bunch of these nylon cable ties, whether they're small or bigger. I think you get more bang for your buck if you go for the smaller ones, because you get 60 in a pack, and then you can find black and white, and I'm gonna use the black ones. I just slid the wreath form right into the round one, and I'm gonna zip tie that right there.
The snow is laying 2 feet deep.
On this part, I'm gonna try to explain it as best as possible. So one of the outside rings from the egg wreath, I'm going to bend and fold, and then I'm going to put it right in the center of the chest area here, and I'm going to bring it down, and of course I'm going to zip tie that as well, and I'm going to try to tighten it as best as I can because I want it to be nice and tight. Now this wire, you're going to bend as much as you can, about halfway down, so right about there, and then you're going to bend it this way, almost as if you're making a skirt. And you guys will see why here in a minute. Okay, now you're just gonna put it around the wreath form here, come back and twist it. And then you'll do the same on this end. So on this one, you're gonna keep all 4 rings, right? And then I bent it and it broke from the bottom. So I feel like that's gonna be even better, because I'm gonna try to make, like, flatten this out and then push it out to make it look almost like it's a foot. And then right here, that's where that the V is gonna come out. So like where the legs kind of come apart, like right about there. You'll just have to play around with it depending on how you want to make it look.
The snow is laying 2 feet deep. Now wish upon a falling star, so all your secret dreams can come true. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December is, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh, yeah. There's room at the table for big and for small. It's something that happens when something that happens when December ends, when December ends, yeah. Oh, it's Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. It's Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Yeah. Merry Christmas, baby.
All right, I hope you guys can see it. So we have one arm up, one arm down. We got the legs. I know it's kind of hard to see, but oh my gosh, he looks super cute. I'm gonna use some boxes to create the back of this, and I did Poshmark. I have hundreds of boxes, so I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna recycle it, and like I said, I have 2 large boxes here, just 2, and I'm gonna use it as the back. And I also have a box here that has like the, I don't know what you call it, but it has like the stuff in between the cardboard. And so I'm just gonna cut the strips off of this box, and then we're gonna go around the Gingerbread Man. I like this one because it's pretty flexible. And then I'm just gonna cut all the strips that I can from this box and glue it. I think this is actually gonna be perfect. For all of the tools and supplies that are not from Dollar Tree, you guys make sure that you check out my Amazon storefront, linked in the description. Alright, here is our form, and you know what? You could actually just make this out of cardboard if you'd like to make it look more like an actual gingerbread man, if you want to paint it and stuff, but here's our little guy. Let's see if it stands up. Yeah, it stands up. All right. For this whole part right here, I used 1 entire glue stick, so it's not bad. It goes a long way. All right, I'm gonna make this part a little bit more simple. Instead of hot gluing the frame on top of this, I'm gonna take a screwdriver, and then I'm just gonna make some holes. And everywhere I add those holes, I'm gonna attach a zip tie. There is a little bit of an opening that I'm going to push the plug through, and then that way you can plug it in wherever you'd like. And then I'm going to go about there. I actually have a different strand of Christmas lights where if you want to keep a Dollar Tree, feel free to use these. If you have just like a strand of Christmas lights hanging around, I would do that. And I know it may not seem like it, but creating the body was the least amount of time that I took on this project, and it really actually did not take me that long, okay? What took me the longest was wrapping it with that friggin' mesh that I hate so much. Right over here on the tip of the head, I'm gonna make a hole because I'm gonna attach the hat, and I want that to be lit as well, but I don't want to make it until after I'm done wrapping this, and then I'm gonna attach it at the top. So just putting a hole right there. I'm gonna thread some lights through, that way it'll go on the hat. You're probably going to need at least 2 bags of the zip ties because I think I used most of the black ones. All right, so this string light was literally perfect. It went all the way around. So I started right here. I went up, down to the leg, up around the arm, up around the head, and then I also have some sticking out. Back around the head, around the arm. The only thing is that I was only able to find this goldish mesh. I couldn't find any brown, but I'm trying to see if I might be able to like paint over it or something, but for right now, this is what it's gonna have to be. And then this mesh is hard to work with. I already kind of shared that with my snowman, but you're just gonna have to go for it, okay? Just wrap as much as you can, sort of like a mummy. And then if you want to first, you can like put one layer up this way or like layer around first. I'm gonna play around with it and then I'll see what's easiest for me. This is what it should be looking like. Okay, it's not going to be very pretty from the back. Don't mind the back. If you can, just put it against the wall or something. It looks very much like a mummy gingerbread man, and it looks like in some spots it might be missing a little bit of coverage. I used a total of 6 of the mesh rolls. You can use more if you'd like. I'm just going to keep it the way it is. So I used 5 on the body, 1 on the head, and I had to do a bunch of like crisscrossing here on the chest, but you can see that maybe you might need just a little bit more coverage on the legs or the face, and I'm not too worried about it. So we're going to keep it like that. For now, I'm going to be using this bicycle wheel ring. So I'm going to cut right here to make it into the shape of a bow. If you grab it from where you're threading it, and then just let it go through. Alright, when you're done with it, just go ahead and twist it so that the wire doesn't come out. And then you can cut it. Okay, so for the hat, I'm going to use a Dollar Tree wastebasket, and this is exactly the shape that I want it to be. As you can see, it kind of tapers up or tapers down, whatever way you want to say it. And then this is the width that I'm going to want the top, or like the rim of the hat. So I'm going to take some foam board and just trace out a couple of pieces. So I'm going to cut out 2 pieces of the foam board and glue them together. Still have this Dollar Tree mat that I was gonna cut and glue. I got a little ahead of myself and I glued the basket to the foam board before time. just stuff the rest of the mesh into the hat. And then I am going to take one zip tie, and at the very end, because I hate this stuff. If you guys haven't noticed, I absolutely hate it. So I'm going to use a zip tie to hold it together. And I think I have, let me do a black one. Cute! I think I might add a little ribbon here. All right, so now I'm gonna thread the lights into the hat. And then I actually ended up moving the hole from the very top to the side, so the hat's a little bit tilted. And just be careful with the lights, because sometimes if they do come loose, you might lose a light, and it'll affect the other lights as well. So always double check your lights also when you're working with something like this. And then if you can, try to get a zip tie in there also to hold the lights up. All right, I think I'm gonna end up making a couple holes right up here so I can put another zip tie and hold it from the wreath ring right here, because I don't think the hot glue is gonna be strong enough to hold this and the lights. It might, but I don't want it to fall over and then it's gonna like fall apart. Want to make sure that you guys stay tuned, and by doing that you're going to hit that notification bell and subscribe button, of course, so you're notified when that video comes up. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up, leave any questions or comments down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.